Hello, welcome to Lorbek Luxury Cars. I'm Harry and on this edition of the Friday Drive again we're going to have a look at a few of our latest arrivals. Now this week we've got three very different but all equally awesome cars for very different reasons. So let's start off with this, our 2004 Lamborghini Gallardo. Finished in Giallo with Nero interior, Nero leather interior of course, this particular example is an Australian delivered example, and with just a shade over 45,500 kilometres from new, this car is probably the best available in Australia today. And under the bonnet is a 368 kilowatt, 5 litre V10, mated to a 6-speed, auto sequential single clutch gearbox, which is good enough to get this car from 0 to 100 in just 4.2 seconds. So don't delay in getting in touch with us and inquiring about this car, because pristine, untouched examples of the Gallardo are getting rarer and rarer and far harder to find. So this car, if you're in the market for something that is pristine, original and just in fabulous condition all around, this is the one you want, and particularly in this colour combination with the really good looking 5-spoke 19-inch alloys. What an absolute gem. Anyway, moving on to the next car. And next we have our MY15 HSV Clubsport R8 Gen F. Now what does all of that mean? Well, that means that this is the update model. Under the bonnet is a 340 kilowatt 6.2 litre V8, which makes one of the most hairy chested, brutal noises you can get in a V8 car. And finished in what is very appropriately known as perfect blue with the black interior, this car has got all the kit you expect in not just a muscle car but a luxury car as well. We've got heads-up display, climate control, body-hugging seats with electric adjustment, absolutely everything you could want for, including lumbar support and all the technology, infotainment, Bluetooth, this, streaming, that. This car has got the absolute lot. And with the 20-inch alloys, this car looks the absolute business. I absolutely love this car. I've loved the Commodore, and it saddens me every time I see one because I'm reminded that they don't make this anymore, which is why this is becoming increasingly collectible and a super desirable car to have. You can put it away and hope that it appreciates in value, or you can still drive it every day and have one of the most awesome cars on the road. It is a really superb example, and I do not expect this one to last. So get in touch with us again if you're in the market for something as cool as this. And finally, we have our 1979 Clenet, or if you're feeling a bit fancy, a Clenet. Probably not right. But anyway, this is a really special car. Now you're probably looking at this and thinking, oh, it's just some sort of kit car that's been slapped together. Incorrect. This car was handcrafted in Santa Barbara. Underneath is a Lincoln/Mercury chassis with the original Mercury differential gearbox and a couple of other bits and pieces. Under the bonnet is a 351 Ci V8, which gives it a really good soundtrack and plenty of grunt. But just because this car looks old doesn't mean it drives old. It's got power steering, power brakes, all the usual mod cons, air conditioning, all those bits and pieces which make driving a car so much better. And being a hand-built, coach-built car, the Clenet Continental Series 1 is a super rare car. This particular example is number 206 of only 250 ever built. And being a California car, or living in California the vast majority of its life, it is super clean underneath. It is in immaculate condition and all original. And one other thing that's sort of interesting to note is when they built this car, they actually put the body of an MG Roadster and modified it heavily, as you can see, which gives it that timeless classic look. And this is a car that you will buy, drive down the road, and everyone's going to stop and ask questions about it. It's one of those head-turner cars. So if you are in the market for an interesting, exotic luxury car, make sure you get in touch with us today at lorbek.com.au through our Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn page, and all the rest of our social media channels. And make sure you subscribe to the newsletter to see all our latest arrivals and all the interesting and fabulous cars that we've got coming in at the moment. They're coming in thick and fast. So don't delay, make sure you get in touch with us today. And as always, we'll see you next week.